All right, I just have shared the agenda in chat. Welcome to Ethereum Cat Herders meeting 72. I'm Pooja Ranjan, and we are going to start with the first item listed on the agenda, that is network upgrade. As many of you may know that Aero Glacier is approaching. Recently, Ethereum Foundation released a blog post stating the latest client version. The network will be upgrading on December 8th, and the block number decided is 13.773 million. This is just an estimated date and time because this is on the proof of work chain. The time can be changed and so can be the date, but it's better to get their nodes updated sooner rather than later. So anyone who is running the Ethereum execution layer node, or earlier we used to call it as Ethereum 1.0 nodes, please upgrade their node as early as possible. And you can find the latest version that you might want to upgrade to in the blog post shared by Ethereum Foundation. Link is added in the agenda. The next network upgrade that we are expecting is the merge. The Kinsuki is the latest developers testnet that we are running. It started in the month of November. It's a month-long sprint. The specs and milestones are already shared by Danny Ryan. And the goal here is to do the experiments with interop and release a persistent testnet in the first week of December. Danny recently shared a blog post detailing all about the Kinsuki testnet. We also have a couple of tutorials available thanks to the Nimbus team. In relation to merge, we are going to have two calls. One is merge community call. Another one is post-merge MEV breakout room. The agenda is shared in the Ethereum/PM. People interested, please follow the agenda and you will find the Zoom link in the appropriate channels for that. All right, I see a couple of new people joining in today. Thanks everyone for joining. I quickly want to check with Blaine. I know you did mention that you had a conflict. So if you would like to bring up the item right away, we can do that. Otherwise, we can do it a later part of the call.
Of course. Thanks, Pooja. And hello, everyone. My name's Blaine. I'm an engineer at Gemini Cryptocurrency Exchange. But I've kind of recently started like trying to help build out Ethereum in my own time. So I was a co-author of EIP 2981, the royalty standard, and I suppose off the back of that, I built this like kind of side project that allows EIP authors to who have authored or co-authored an EIP to mint an NFT if the EIP is finalized. So it was just a little fun kind of side experiment that I ran. I was hoping maybe that it might dip its toes into the area of retroactive kind of public goods funding, that if someone mints, say, the EIP 721 or ERC 721 token, then like the market might decide that this is an important piece of work for the ecosystem, and then someone might put a bid on that NFT for the author. But yeah, like I said, if that doesn't come to fruition, I think it's just nice to have these badges kind of distributed anyway to people who have helped bring Ethereum push it along. And like, I know it's not all the co-authors, it is a valiant effort between people just in the discussion. But yeah, I did accidentally post the link in the chat if you want to check it out. It's called EIPNFT.io. I'll just preface this with like, it's a non-profit. There's no like hidden costs. I'm not making any money from this. I just wanted to build an NFT project that wasn't that wasn't the cash grab. Like there's a lot right now, and I just wanted to see where it could be used maybe in this kind of workflow that Pooja is constantly working on. So thank you.
Could you put a link to that in the chat?
Yeah, I did. I'll post it again if it got lost.
Oh, I see it now. Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, no worries. And I suppose like, yeah, any feedback, just let me know. You can drop me a DM on Twitter. I'm at Blaine Malone on Twitter, and yeah, I'd like to maybe iterate on this a few more times, see what else I can add in, and yeah.
I'm sorry, we are hearing some music.
Yeah, who's that coming from? Usually the sound highlights.
It was Thomas.
Oh, thanks, Thomas.
Thank you. Thank you, Blaine, for sharing the project. Yes, I have been really interested in kind of having some reward to the EIP authors, and we were kind of exploring the ways, and obviously the NFT was the first idea that we should be awarding the EIP authors for continuously pushing to make a final standard to Ethereum blockchain. So thanks for that. And I'm hoping the support that you are looking from the community will get for this project. Thank you for sharing with us.
Yep, thank you. I just posted a link to the collection. So we've already got like 8 EIP authors who have minted, and you can kind of go and see what they look like. It's all there. Thanks again.
Right, and we also have recorded a Peep and Eep episode with Blaine on the EIP standards. So please check out his video for people who are looking into NFTs. Moving on, the next item listed on the agenda is ECH update. The first one is ECH website. So we recently have moved from V1.5.0 to V1.6.0. The changes that we have done in the latest version of the website is we have updated our network upgrade page. Now it provides the information of all the upcoming latest upgrade. We have created a page dedicated to merge, in which you can find all the resources that we are collecting for merge testnet and other merge educational resources. There are certain videos that those are the good explainers for what community can expect from this particular upgrade. And please check out the blog post and the tutorial that we discussed in the morning today. That will be added on that page soon. So if you find anything related to merge and you would like that to be shared with the rest of the community member, please create an issue or the pull request on the Ethereum Cat Herders GitHub. That is where we collect all information for website updating. On the ECH engineering, I'm not sure. I see Alita on the call, so let's skip that for now. The next sub item is Cat Blazes. So I do see William Schaub on the call. William?
I am here. I'm having mic issues though. You can probably tell my a few seconds, so I'm going to be able to comment.
No problem. No problem. Moving on, the next one is EIP Insight. So this EIP Insight is a bulletin that we are running to provide the information on what's going on the EIP site. Like people are continuously pushing their proposals to create a standard. And we are trying to capture the work that is being done by the EIP editors and the authors, and of course the community members. So as per the EIP Insight of November, we have 3 new drafts, that is EIP 3770, EIP 44s, EIP 4396. These are the 3 new proposals that have been merged. the updates that I'm reading are on or before November 21st. One proposal have been resurrected from stagnant to draft and 2 from stagnant to review. The board have moved 3 proposals to stagnant this time because most of the work has already been done in the earlier months, like in the month of September, October, like we had over 200 EIPs that were moved to stagnant. So we are seeing more EIPs getting back on track, like authors are trying to update it so we can pursue the proposals. We have 2 proposals in the last call. EIP 2464 and EIP 2364, both are each 64 and 65. I suppose the last call period must have been over by now, so these are going to be in the final status. There is only one proposal that was withdrawn and a couple of non-normative changes are there. We also have made certain changes to EIP1 because EIP1 is the only working document that is always under the review status and on the living status, and it is always being reviewed. People can expect changes. So please refer EIP1 whenever you are working on any EIP or trying to document a new proposal to become a standard. Moving on, the next sub item is PEEP and EEP. December, we have a lot of recording scheduled. Tomorrow, we are going to get an overview of EIP 3722 poster with the Oren Macmillan. This is a very simple ERC and it's in the review status. So please stay tuned for more information on how to join the meeting if you are interested and if you are working on some project which can implement this proposal. You are more welcome to join the meeting, and the information is always provided on ECH Discord general channel. Later in the month of November, we have Beacon Chain Lightline with DAP Lion on November 30th. In December, we have a handful of recording for the merge. The first one is on December 8th. That is with Paritosh and Proto on the merge testnet. I'm hoping that people who are interested to contribute and trying to run their own testnets, this particular talk would help them how to set up the merge testnet. Then again, in December, we have a meeting for sharing the secret of EIP editing with Matt Gurnett, and that's planned on December 14th. EIP 4399, which is another important EIP for the merge. We are going to discuss that with Mikhail Kalanin, the author of the proposal, on December 21. Because we are discussing NFTs a lot, we thought that it's good that we should provide an overview of EIP 721. So we have invited William and Tricon to talk about the this NFT standard. The first episode in 2022, that is going to be on January 4th. Stay tuned for more proposals, more discussions, and more informative episodes coming up on PEEP and EEP. So that's all on that. And now coming up to meeting notes. We have meeting notes up for ACD meeting 126. There have been some significant changes in the placeholder for consensus meeting. I know the note is already ready. We just have to upload it over there. Now, all the earlier meeting notes can be found on Ethereum/PM. We have archived the ETH2PM repo. So you can find all the earlier meetings as well as the meeting 76 on Ethereum/PM. There was this EIP editor apprenticeship meeting that we planned last week. I've shared the link for recording. We did not have any notes, but this is like an interesting meeting, a community meeting where many people participated and tried to share their interest to contribute in EIP editing. Matt Gurnett, who is one of the EIP editor, tried to answer most of the questions. So people who are interested and may have missed joining the meeting, They can follow the recording, and if you still have any further question, there is this channel EIP Editors on Ethereum Cat Herders Discord. Please post your questions there, and we hope to see your contribution in the EIP repositories. We'll be getting the EIP meeting 44 notes up very soon. I have been informed that it will be available very soon.
Yeah, we're working on that. Sorry, we got a little bit distracted there, but we're on it.
All right, I see William Schwab listed all his progress in the chat. I don't know, William, would you like me to read it out, or we can just add it in the notes section? I can probably read it. That would help for people who are listening. I'm gonna read it in point wise. Number one, Colonel Block4 ended. He has been providing support as mentor there. Number two, he has regrouped with Ethernaut DAO to work with a group formed there for onboarding. He has re-established contact with a group working on creating wallet Plugfest or testing across a number of service providers and integrators in order to try to find a common problem and their solutions. Fourth one is he has been working a bit with the Light Client and me on EIP editing, and also reaching out to various authors of ERCs to try to get their proposal moved forward. He has been working with Supreet Gupta on an initiative to try to involve ecosystem member in the ERC process. He is doing most of the work. Supreet is doing most of the work, and we are bringing, I'm sorry, I just lost the chat here. All right. And they are beginning to make some progress. If anyone is interested in joining this, additional help is always welcome. William Schwab generally helps out with anyone coming to the cat herders or in the ecosystem and onboarding. So if you are interested, please reach out to William Schwab. He is available on the ECH Discord.
Wow, that's impressive, William. You're doing a lot of stuff.
Right. All right, moving on, the next one is a new initiative and brainstorming. We did hear about the NFT for EAP authors, the talk that we were having from the past couple of meetings on the project EIP NFT. Once again, thank you very much, Blaine, for that. The next one is Open Ethereum client support. I don't know, I see Spore on the call. Brayton, do you have any update on that, or you would like to share something with the community?
Yeah, so no major updates essentially, other than Tim did his post about the upcoming Air Glacier, and I think it got a mention there that they had emerged it. We haven't heard back from Igor as to the state of POA supporting it or not. I'm not too sure. They said they were going to at least look into it. I think they might be a bit busy with the potential Gnosis merge. Other than that, no real update. And yeah, I'll come back if there is one.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think Ronan did mention about the POA meeting, and as I understand that it is not clear yet. Let's wait for some more time to get more update on that. All right. The next sub item is ECH here and video. So with the help of Ken, we met with this team who are a part of Bankless DAO, and they are trying to support us create a video for the cat herders, in which we are trying to share with the community what cat herders are and what are the tasks we are involved with, what are the other areas that people can contribute to. So we are just at the initial stage. We are trying to document what all needs to be added to the video. So if anyone has any idea, any thought that they would like to help out with, please reach out to Ken or me, and we'll put you in touch with the team so we can have this great video providing all the information about the cat herders. I think it's going to be helpful for people who are new and they are wondering where to go and how we can actually step in the world of Ethereum ecosystem if they are not very technically skilled, or they are looking to contribute in some other way than development. I think the cat header is a good start. So with the help of this video, our goal is to provide more and more information so people can join us. The next one is Events and Hackathon. Now, this is planned in the month of February. This is ETH Denver 2022. I suppose they have started accepting the participation. So please check out their website. The link is provided in here.
Anyone else going to ETH Denver? I think I'm going to try and go.
I'm not sure if I'll go, but if a situation is better, like COVID is under control, I can try.
Cool.
All right, the next one is ECH funding. I am in touch with the Moloch team, and I'm working with them with the RBG team to put the grant on chain. Right now it is on Discourse, and it is up for Moloch members to discuss and assess the proposal. We hope the proposal to be on chain, I think in early December. And if it gets passed, I think by the end of December, we should be having the results of that. We hope the proposal will go through, because we have been receiving quite good feedback on that. But let's see. I'll keep everyone posted on it. We are reaching to the end of the meeting. I see a lot of open issues on funding. I'll try to close them today. I'm sorry, I thought that I'll be doing it early morning, but I didn't get a chance to do that, but I'll finish it up today. And on the PM side, I think it all looks good. Yeah. Right. On the meeting notes from the last meeting, Pooja Ranjan will create an issue in EIP GitHub bot for 2070 for Alita to refer to. Yeah, I think I had a chat with Alita on that, and she's looking into it. Pooja Ranjan will add more people to EIP interns inviting meeting. Yes, we did invite a lot of people. The meeting was concluded last week, and the recording is available on Cat Herders YouTube. So please refer. If you couldn't join the meeting, please refer to the video. And that's all from the items listed here. Anyone else want to bring up anything today? I see a couple of new names on the screen. If anyone would like to introduce.
Yeah, it's exciting. How many people is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 14 people almost, or 13, I guess. Cool.
All right.
This isn't incredibly exciting, but whoever runs the Fireflies bot, is there a way to remove my email from receiving notifications from that?
The group email, then I don't have control of the emails. Yes, the Fireflies bot is the recording transcribe, and it just dictates the transcription. Other than that, that's all it does. I don't even see any emails. It comes to me directly with just my information only, and it provides a complete audio transcribed into words. That is all it does. Other than that, I have no idea who or why you gotten an email from it, because I don't even know your email.
Yeah, I think it's probably just because it's invited to the event, and then it's maybe other people aren't having this. I assumed it would send to everybody who's on the event.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Thanks, Joshua. I'll look at that.
Yeah, right. I think this is sent to everyone on the invite.
Yeah, I tried to remove it before we started, but it came in as we were starting. So I do apologize for that.
No worries. Anything else? Well, this week is Thanksgiving week. So thank you, everyone. I'm trying to thanks to everyone on the community who listens to these calls, who participate in these calls. I hope to keep getting your support, and we as a cat herder would try to keep supporting the Ethereum blockchain. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Have a good one.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Pooja.
Thanks, everyone.